What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and I am back with the next part of my SimCity 4 gaming series, the United States of Joe Winko. So, as I said in my previous episodes, I'm going to be working on all the cities along I-65 until I get all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. So now it's time for us to make our next city, which will be right here. But first, I need to announce the winner who became mayor of that next city. So there's kind of going to be a twist in this episode. I'm going to actually be making two cities, Nashville, Tennessee, and another city in Wisconsin. So here's why. The trivia question from the end of yesterday's episode, well, not yesterday's, last episode, Louisville, Kentucky. The trivia question at the end of that was, who is the last survivor to die in Joe Winko's 2015 Sims 2 slasher film, Scare Town? The correct answer was Tawny, and that was answered correctly by Joe NGZ, or Taxum, the name he wants me to use. He's the one who answered it correctly because he spelled the name right, but someone else answered it before him as Tony, and that's actually not what her name was, but I was just really excited to get to have someone answer the trivia question so I can make the next video as soon as possible. So I told him he was right, but then when Joe NGZ answered the question, then I told him he was right and he was going to be the mayor because that's the correct name. But I already told that Colton York that he would be the mayor of my next city. So I'm just going to make two cities in this episode. Gonna make Nashville here, and I'm gonna make another city in Wisconsin, Pleasant Prairie, right here, which is what Colton York will be the president of. And down here, Joe NGZ, aka Taxum, the name he wants me to use, will be the mayor of this city. Did I say president? I meant mayor, my bad. So enough talking, let's get this party started. And let's build the interstate. Oh, oops, not yet. Need to add a whole bunch of trees. Because the trees is what brings up the environmental need. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I actually tried recording. I actually did record me building the Nashville town yesterday, but what happened was, my game, SimCity 4, it crashed, and I lost the whole city I made, and I was pretty disappointed, but that happens. That's just that you have to... That just shows that you have to save often in this game, so it doesn't crash, and so you don't lose your city and everything. It sucks. But also I'm going to try to have to figure out a way to back up all my towns and all my cities and mods and everything. Because I create a lot of custom content. I've been creating a lot of custom SimCity 4 content for this gameplay series. However, for Nashville, Tennessee, I was only able to add one building from the real Nashville, Tennessee into this game because they weren't importing right into Building Architect, and I was kind of disappointed about that. So, yeah, but on the bright side, it's the tallest building in Nashville, Tennessee, the AT&T Tower. So that's good. So, now it's time to make the city. Okay, so the name is already in there, Taxum, aka Joe NGZ from YouTube. And, city name, Nashville, Tennessee. Let me add a comma between Nashville and Tennessee. Alright, so we got it! So, next, let's build I-65. Alright, where is I-65? Oh, here it is. Yeah, because all these cities are supposed to be connected by interstates like they are in real life. This is where all the industrial zoning will be. And oh, that bridge is nice enough. Yeah, I want to make sure the highway cuts through the area pretty nice, so people actually use it to get around and not just out of the city. Because that's kind of how the highways were in my other cities. Alright, that looks nice. Yeah, I know, I need to zone more stuff. Chill. I hate it when those little guys complain to me about that. Okay, so we built I-65, roping around the whole entire city like that. Well, that's nice. Hopefully the people who live in the city will use it. Well, the Sims who live in the city will use it. Let's add the landmarks now. Well, the I-65 signs. One here. Another one here. Yeah, I created these signs myself in Building Architect, and also, I also rigged these signs, so if you put them in the neighborhood, they attract more people who will want to live near them because they're landmarks. Okay, that should work. And there's another thing we need to add. Almost forgot about this. Cannot have a city without these. The money trees. Six of them will do the trick. Even though we don't really need that many to begin with, because they produce a lot of money anyway, so yeah. And let's work on the city ordinances, so taxes. Gonna lower it for low wealth because they're more likely to use the bus stop, so 2.8%. Medium wealth, let's drop that down to 3.7. Dirty industry, let's bring that up to 25%, so they don't move in. High-tech industry, let's bring that all the way down to 1.6%. And I'll bring agricultural down a bit too. So first thing I need to add is landfill zones, as much as I hate adding those. Yeah, so as you guys probably notice, I'm not really artistic with laying down the roads. Let me just save my game right now, just in case it crashes again. SimCity 4 is infamous for doing that. Okay, so bad news, everyone. My game crashed while I was building up Nashville, and yeah, I lost like a lot of the stuff I was working on, but at least I didn't lose the interstate at all. So I'm just gonna start building up again over here. That made me so angry. I hate that. Let me just make sure this is connected to the roads and everything. Now I need to build more roads going through the landfill zones. What, they don't have access to the freeway? What the hell? God, this game is starting to get on my nerves. Now they have one on-ramp. If only one crashed so much. Okay, now they have another on-ramp to the freeway. So, now let's add the skyscrapers. Yeah, my game has already crashed like twice. I'm gonna edit out all the stuff I built that I wasn't able to save, because what's the point of showing that to you guys anyway if you're not able to see it? So the only tower I was able to get into this game from Nashville, Tennessee is the AT&T tower. Because I make all the custom buildings. Well, I don't make them, but I import all of them in from using Building Architect and SketchUp. And whenever I tried getting the other buildings into SimCity 4, it would crash. Building Architect would. That's the program I use. Which kind of made me mad, but oh well. Local. And let's start building it up. Okay, so the roads are looking pretty good so far. However, I better save my... Hold on one second. However, I better save my game since it's so infamous for crashing on me. Okay, saved it. So, I won't lose that. I'm gonna be saving pretty often because, this whole entire playthrough, this game's been crashing, and it gets me mad. Wish there was a way you could tell where the zoning... God, it zones in the dumbest places, really. Now, let's build some more stuff. Like some parks and shit like that. Because that's where, oh, let's build a gazebo. And a basketball court. And, let's zone some... Did I already figure out the taxes? Oh yeah, I did that. Good. Let's zone some high-density industrial over here. Oops. And add in a whole bunch of wind turbines. Gonna be needing to build some water pumps here too. Alright, so we have 961 people living here, so... Gonna have to zone some more areas so more people can move in. Well, more Sims can move in. Keep forgetting they're Sims, not people, living in these cities. Let me just save it right here. Okay, saved it. And let's add in the water pumps. Put one here. Put one here. And the pipes. Should add a treatment facility too, so the water doesn't get polluted. Oh, there's another important thing I forgot to add. Fire station. With playing this game, what I noticed is that most of the fires, they break out in the industrial areas, so I'm gonna add one there. I never had a fire happen in residential areas, but just in case one does, I better add one there too. Increase the funding. And they want a church. Okay, I'll put one there. Oh, that water pump doesn't have any power to it. Okay, now it does. Alright, what did the police guy say? Fire protection spreads thin. Let me spike this up. Let me add a bunch of roads over by here. And now let me save again, since this game is notorious for crashing on me. Okay, it's been saved. Now let's start zoning more stuff. High density residential. Let me correct the faulty default roads they give me. Faulty default roads, that sounds funny for some reason. So, does anyone watching this video, do any of you, like, live in Nashville, or have you ever been to Nashville? What do you think of Nashville? I'm just gonna be completely honest. I only been to Nashville, well, actually, I've been there for like 5 or 6 times, really, but I never really stayed a night in Nashville before. Oh, wait a sec, yeah, I have. Yeah, but I didn't really see the whole entire city that much. Whenever I think of Nashville, or whenever I think of Nashville, I think of Miley Cyrus, because I think that's her hometown, Nashville, Tennessee. Just letting you all know. I love Miley Cyrus, though. Even during her Wrecking Ball days, she was still awesome. She was just changing her style, kind of like how I was for YouTube. Yeah, definitely that's a good analogy, I guess. Well, except I didn't swing naked on a wrecking ball and didn't start twerking with a 40-year-old man on stage. Well, at least not yet, anyways. Alright, whatever. Oh my god, why did that... Ugh, I hate it when it zones in places that it knows are not connected to roads. I don't want this to just be empty space, so I'm gonna add some more wind turbines there. Could never go wrong with those. And pretty soon they're gonna need places to work, so I'm gonna add a bus stop. Here. I'm gonna zone some high-density commercial here. I always zone high-density first because I want my cities to be really big and I want a whole bunch of Sims to be living in them. Like, I remember watching this one tutorial video, they said start out with low density, then upgrade it to high density. But I never do that. I just start out with high density first, because what it does is it starts building low density stuff in the high density areas, and then eventually as more Sims start moving in, then it'll eventually upgrade them to high density, which is nice. And right now, I better save my game, so it doesn't crash on me again like it has been doing. Alright, so we got Nashville started. I'm gonna be building more onto this city. They're demanding more residential zoning areas, so I could add that. And also add an entrance to the freeway over here as well, if they let me add one. Oh, yes, they did. Okay, yeah, definitely gonna need that. Let me add a bridge connecting this to this. Make that into a road. Add another road. And let's zone some... Wait, first need to add a large police station right here. And add a road to connect it. And let's add in some wind turbines. That should help. And a hospital, large medical center, I mean. And a high school. And an elementary school. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, fire department. Well, fire station. And a high-density residential. And a cemetery. Oh well. Yeah, not even Sims live forever, except if they're in The Sims 1. But sometimes those Sims don't even survive for very long, especially if they have a crazy person who enjoys killing them all. Like me. Remember, I'm talking about Sims, not real people. Gosh. Don't want the FBI called on me. Just enjoying this early 2000s techno-like music. Well, it's not really techno, it doesn't go very fast. I think it's called electric then? I don't know what the hell it is. Remember, I live under a cave. My only access to the outside world is YouTube, so don't judge. It's funny, because that's actually true. Oh well. Jeesh. And... oh yeah, they need water. Damn it, I knew I forgot something. I forgot to add a bus station. I mean a bus stop. And a public parking garage. Yeah, let me throw those in right now. Bus station. Oh, can I fit one? Alright, I'll build the public parking garage right here. Tear down the bus station right here. And add in the bus stop here. And let me correct the zoning error here. And there. And let me save my game, most importantly. Just in case it crashes on me again, as it has been doing. Okay, we did. And let me add some roads in. Because this is where I'm going to need to zone some commercial. Like high-density commercial. And let me zone some more here. Oh, they want schools too? Okay. There, threw that in. Happy? Better be. And some wind turbines, those are important too. Alright, population at 4,097 so far. Okay, these places don't have jobs, so gonna add some more. Well, first I'm gonna add like a bus station and a public parking garage so they can get to their jobs. And let's zone some high-density residential. Not going to zone industrial by the residential areas, because that would not be good. Because then the Sims will complain about it then. Let me just have an avenue carving through all this. Well, carving through that, at least. Alright, it's connected. Good. Glad that worked out. Yeah, this terrain is kind of complicated. Especially with the roading and everything. It'd be easier if it was all just one flat mass of land. Let me save again. Alright, wait for it to save. Okay, we did. And let me have that build up. Awesome! And they want a statue of the mayor. I'm gonna put that right there. And they want to add another school in. Sure. And what else should we... That's fine. Alright, that place should have a job. I mean, I have them connected. Oh, they don't have... Wait a second. Is it because they don't have a road leading out? Oh, they don't have a road leading out. That's why. Okay, easy. Added that in. And let's just add a bus stop here. And let's zone some commercial here. And commercial here. Somehow that goofed up the whole terrain. What the hell did it just... Okay, there. That fixed it. This is annoying. Ugh. Video games are not supposed to be making me frustrated. What the hell? Alright, there, that's looking better. Alright, let me just speed it up so they start building stuff here. And they need another water pump? Yeah, sure. It's kind of been the most difficult city to add in, because the Terrians are so hard to build. And they still want a bunch of residential places, too. Better give that to them. Let me just save my game real quick. High density residential. And throw in some roads. Can't have a road there for some reason. Oh yeah, because the bridge is there, that's why. And let me speed this up. What the hell? They have access to the road. Why do they have those annoying little signs on them? Okay. Now they want to give the mayor a new house. Alright, gave him a new one. Let me add another road here. Another road there. Another road there. And what we all need, another bus station. And a public parking garage. And a road going behind it. Meet high density residential. gotta fix one thing. Let me add in some parks so the people actually want to be here. Despite the distorted land and geography of this place. And let me save it again. See, so as I said earlier, right now the houses are really small, but they'll all eventually build up eventually. And it's saying that they don't have jobs. I just zoned a bunch of commercial areas. God damn it. Sims are so stupid. Let me zone some here. And throw in a bus stop. And public parking garage. And high density commercial. Hopefully they consider working there. And they want to throw in a city hall. Lovely. Oh, it fits right here. Perfect. Alright, population 13,400. Okay, 14,500. 15,000. Ooh, damn, they're building up. Okay, so far Nashville, Tennessee is looking good. Yeah, let me add in some more stuff. Like, bus station and public parking garage. And let me save it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end Nashville, Tennessee here. I'm gonna come back and revise it, because that's what I do to all the cities. But yeah, so far things in this city are looking good. There's just a... Wait, alternate prefer. We're packing in a cemetery. They want to add a cemetery? Okay, fine. Let's build it in this lonely section right here. And gonna have to add a road to it. I'll just build roads around it. There. So now their population's at 15,000. Gonna pause and save right here. So, yeah, that's Nashville, Tennessee. Gonna come back and spruce it up some more off the record. Oh, well, off camera. So now I want to build my other city, because, hold on. Because I told him I would make him the mayor of one of the city, because he answered the trivia question first, but he didn't spell the name right, so he didn't get to become the mayor of this big city. But I'll still make them the mayor of one of the small cities I have available. I should have thought of that before, because I kind of kind of made the small cities on my own. So the next city we're going to be building is along Interstate 94. It'll exit to the region soon, just gotta wait for it. So there, Nashville, Tennessee was claimed by Joe NGZ, aka Taxum. That's the name he wanted me to use. The next city that I'm going to be building isn't along I-65, but it's along Interstate I-94, the interstate I live closest to. I probably shouldn't say that. I have enough stalkers as it is. But this isn't the town I live in. But this is going to be the first Wisconsin town we're going to be making, because this is Wisconsin, in case you guys didn't recognize it. Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. And that's gonna be claimed by... He wanted me to use the name Coltrin, so I'll use that. Okay, let me add in a whole bunch of trees. Because that's what brings the environment need up. So there's just one problem I have with this map. The elevation is too high over here. Like, they don't have access to the river at all. Yeah, so that's what I'm just a little bit... Well, actually, I could fix that myself. Hold on. I don't want to change it up too much. Okay, so... Now... Leveltarian? No, don't want to do that. Oh, okay, soften. This is what we can use. Because I want them to be able to go to the Lake Michigan, because people in Wisconsin always visit Lake Michigan. And I want them to have access to the lake. So I'm just going to soften it up around this area. Okay, that looks good. And let's throw in some trees. So this little town I have right here is going to be called Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. And I-94 will go through here. So the mayor is Coltrin. Yeah, that's the name he wanted to use. But I'll just add this in. AKA Colton York. And I will call it Pleasant Let me make sure I spell this right. I don't want to misspell it. Blame my autism mind for me making spelling errors. Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. Okay. Did I spell pleasant right? You think I should know how to spell that? No, I didn't spell it right. Alright, P-L-E-A-S-A-N-T. P-R-A-I-R-I-E. Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. Okay, we got it! So, let's get cracking. First, we need to add the money trees. I'll add 6. There, that'll make things good for them. And let's have the interstate. Let's have it go here, then turn. Oops, did not mean to do that. And have it connect to there. Awesome. And there's another avenue here that comes from Chicago. I'll just have it run along the beach. And give them access to the freeway there. And another on-ramp to the freeway there. Pleasant Prairie is actually a farming town, kinda. Well, I'm assuming it is. I don't know. I only been through Pleasant Prairie. I never stopped there and actually got out and looked at stuff. I just remember with going to Chicago, you always had those, like, you always had the signs that said Pleasant Prairie at exit whatever. People from Wisconsin know what I'm talking about. Have you ever been down I-94 to Chicago? Wind turbines. Yeah, I know. Need to add more zones. And let's add an Interstate 94 sign. I had to make this myself because it's gonna look different from the other signs, but here it is. I-94. And another I-94 sign here. Might as well throw another one here. I don't know why, but the music kind of reminds me of Rugrats a little bit. Okay, so let's fix the taxes. Low wealth, let's bring that down. Now, for Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, I want it to stay that small town, that small farming town. So let's bring agricultural tax down really low. And high-tech industry down really low as well, because that's always good to have that. Dirty industry, let's bring that up super high. Because I don't want any of my towns to have dirty industrial areas. And let me figure out the utilities. I want it to be a nice town, since it's not going to have many people living in it. Health and education, bring that up. Transportation, bring that up. Taxes, busy deals, utilities. Oh, I already have that. Where's city ordinances? Legalize gambling and all this stuff. Yeah, it's legal to gamble all over the United States of Winko. Probably not that good, but oh well. Alright, now let's get zoning. Agricultural zones. Zone is too large, what the hell? And we'll build a whole bunch of roads going this way. They're gonna need power too, obviously. How many times have I said that so far throughout this whole entire series? Let me just save again. Don't want to lose any of my progress. And they need some water pumps, so a water pump here. And a water treatment plant here. And, as much as I hate adding this, the garbage landfill zones. I don't need to make it too big. Aw, why do they have seagulls flying there? They should have them at the beaches instead. Ugh. And, let's start building the water pipes. Those should build up in no time. Now, why isn't the water flowing? Oh, they might need some power. That's probably why. How's it looking now? It still isn't flowing? What the hell? Okay, it probably just takes it a while to load up. Let me see if it's working, though. Water used, 88. Usage, 0%. Oh, it doesn't have a pipe going to it. That's why. Gosh. Having one of my blonde moments. No offense to blonde people. Alright, that should help. Yeah, the agricultural zones, they definitely need that water. And now it's time to add the residential zones. Let's make it small, low-density residential. Let me add them here. Roads here. Oops, did not mean to add that. And power lines. Well, wind turbines, I mean. And police stations. And bus stop. And public parking garage. And schools, so the people aren't stupid. Schools in Wisconsin are not that good, just to be honest with everyone. Trust me, I would know. At least for an autistic kid, they definitely are not. And skateboard park. Let's add that along the road. Okay, people are moving in, sweet. Let's add some beaches, too. Where are the beaches? Oh, here it is. Alright, so it has to be partially inland and partially by water. Yeah, setting the beaches down is kind of difficult. Oh, come on! This is like the... Oh, come on. The land is... Terrain is too steep. What the hell? Can I edit it? Level terrain. If that should level it. Alright, finally it's letting me add the beaches. Okay, gonna have to level the terrains again. And add the beach again. Or as the Midwesterners simply call it, the lake. I saw that in a funny video on YouTube of a girl who was supposed to be a stereotypical Midwesterner, and she was going like, "Oh, let's go to the lake," and all of her friends were going like, "You mean the beach?" And she said, "No, the lake, let's go." Alright, and now, people are going to be wanting to live by the lake, so let's throw those some zoning in as well. So we have 710 people living here so far. Still not that much, but it's enough for a small town. Well, not really. I want at least 1,000. Ugh, and the zoning is getting on my nerves. Oh, they have seagulls by the beach. Awesome. Let me zone some by here. And some roads. And a bus stop. I want this to be like a great place for poor people to live. No offense to people from the real Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, but yeah. That's why I brought down the taxes for the low wealth people, because hey, they matter too. And there's still a demand for some residential areas, so I'm going to put those in. I better build some water pumps and some water pipes too, since this game doesn't automatically add them. And some bus stops. And a parking garage, might as well. Actually, let me tear down the bus stop and put it in on this side. And water. Oh, they don't have a water pump. Did not notice that until now. Water pump and water treatment plant. Wisconsin should at least have clean water. They already have to deal with the bad weather, so yeah. And the beach doesn't have any water? How ironic. Alright, throw some water pumps in there too. And let's speed it up. Oh, they don't have any... Okay, I'll add something in. What the hell? Alright, now they have a road. D-zone here. Rezone here. So the arrows are facing the right way. They have to be facing towards the road. And let's add some more houses by the beach. Up here. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to add. Another sign that I made. Hold on, I have it here. It's a welcome to Wisconsin sign. It's supposed to be based off the real ones you guys see. Alright, so for anyone who lives in Illinois or who comes to Illinois from Wisconsin near I-94, do any of you guys remember seeing a wooden welcome to Wisconsin sign that says Wisconsin welcomes you? Because I see that sign all the time when I'm coming back from Chicago. Well, don't get me wrong, I don't really go out very often, as you guys should all know. I'm more a recluse, I just stay at home playing SimCity 4. The only times I've been to Chicago is when my adoptive parents wanted to take me down to Chicago, wanted to take us down to Chicago to visit some relatives. Who actually don't even live in Chicago, they just live in Illinois. Okay, enough about them, this is about me. Okay, so I zoned some residential areas and bus stops. public parking garage. And water pumps. And should I add a water treatment plant? Oh, they want a church too. Yeah, sure. Okay, so that's all going good. Might as well add some more water here. I want this whole area should be blue, because because the farming industry needs that. They haven't really been using up the landfill space that much. Alright, they all want some low density, they all want some residential areas to be built, to be zoned in, so I'm gonna do that. Residential here, and here, and even next to the I-94 sign. Alright, there's also another thing I want to show you guys. I forgot to do this in my other cities, but you can enter My Sim mode, and you can move in a sim from your Sims game into the neighborhood. Let me show you how that is. So you move in a sim, see all these sims selected? You can choose one and move them in, and these are actually sims from the neighborhood, from the actual neighborhoods I created. So I'm gonna choose this guy. What should I name him? I'll give him a random name. How about Mikey Fields? And I'll move him in. Let's move him into this house. Feels happy about his new job. Awesome. And he has a job as a cashier. Okay. So see how you can move your Sims in and see how they're doing? You can only move 5 Sims in per neighborhood, but per city, but that's really cool. So if anyone wants me to move in Sims to the towns, like if you become the mayor of the next city and you say, oh, and these are the people I want living there, can you make him look like this and make her look like that? Just let me know and I'll move them in. Why is their education low? Oh, I need to increase the funding. That's why. I completely forgot about that. Do I have elementary schools? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I need to increase the funding, that's why. And let me add in the libraries and museums. Well, let me just add in a library. Local branch library. Safe place for people to go hang out at. And why hasn't anyone built up anything here? Oh well. Probably there needs to be some residential people moving in. Yeah, because they want more residential areas. And bus stops as well. Low density residential. Probably shouldn't add so many roads since there's since it's just low density. Let me throw in some parks. A small plaza, that'll be nice. And a gazebo. Those are always nice too. And let me zone some more low density residential here. And have them connected by road. So far we have 2,000 people living here. Quite a bit, but yeah, still not that much for a small town. Because most small towns have like 4,000 something. Let me add in a medium plaza. That'll attract some people. Oh, they want a cemetery? Let me add it right... I'm not gonna put it by the garbage area. There. And some roads here and here. Another bus stop just for the hell of it. Bus stop and a public parking garage. How is the police protection? Oh wow, they have that whole area covered. Okay, that's good. Let me throw another one in anyway. Oh, and they need one by the beach, of course. And I want the farming areas to be safe too, so... Large police station there. Another large one there. And a bus stop across from the cemetery. I actually been wanting to go to the real cemetery, this real cemetery, and do a video there. Because there's a girl buried at the cemetery out in Wisconsin who I wanted to do a video at her grave, because she's the only grave I've ever visited, because I read about a lot of dead people online. She's the only grave I ever visited from a dead person I read about online. Well, a deceased person I read about online. That sounds more respectful, I guess. Why isn't anyone moving in? Maybe they need power. And... oh, that's why. They don't have any water. And that police station doesn't have water either. Let them suffer! No, can't do that. Oh, they don't have power. Let me throw in some wind turbines. Okay, so this area should be building up. I don't know what's stopping it. So let me just throw in some parks, like right on the area, a tennis court. There. Now they should be coming in. Yep, they are. Well, only right there they are. Damn it. Maybe that's too big for... ugh, drives me crazy seeing that empty space there. Let me add in a... oh, they have houses there. Okay. Basketball court. And zones low density residential there. And a road, so they have access to it. Okay, still don't know why this isn't building up. Yeah, those areas were able to build up fine. Maybe it's too many tiles, that could be it. Let me dezone. Okay, now they're building up. Add some wind turbines there instead. And they need some medium density. Let's add in some medium density commercial so they have a place to work. Because that's what they're complaining about right now. How many places? Oh, quite a few. So gonna have to add some commercial zoning here too. Medium density commercial. And some... Is that everything? And some water pipes. Let me speed it up. Okay, so those little annoying jobless things are starting to disappear. Well, I meant the little job symbols are starting to disappear. I could just build a road here. There. And they still don't have jobs? What the hell? Guess this calls for zoning some industrial. High density industrial, that's what I'll zone. Along with access to the freeway and with bus stops. And wind turbines. Okay, now do you guys... Hold on, let me add more roads. And another bus stop here. There's already one there. Another one here. And a public parking garage. Okay, so they have... I zoned a bunch of commercial areas. Let me zone some medium density commercial. Medium density commercial. Those should be building up right now. Okay, they are. Like their little office jobs. Is there anyone in... No, they have jobs. Okay, population 3,115. So, gonna pause, save here. And yeah, that's it for this part of the playthrough for Nashville, Tennessee, and Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. So thank you so much to everyone who watched. I hope you enjoyed this very long episode. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and to answer the next trivia question. And don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. And don't forget to answer the next trivia question so you can become the mayor of my next city in the United States of Joe Winko. So that's it. Peace out, people. This episode's trivia question. Name all 3 killers from Joe Winko's 2010 Sims 2 slasher film, House of a Thousand Corpses. Answer this question in the comments. The first person to comment the correct answer will be crowned the mayor in my next city of the United States of Joe Winko. Please also mention the name you want to be listed as. Remember, you must use the same name at all times. That is it. Peace out, people. Also, just for the record, that whole rule that I said earlier about you can't own the surrounding cities around a city you already own or already became the mayor of, yeah, that rule doesn't apply anymore. So, yeah, don't worry about that at all. I just added that rule in to encourage more people to play, really. But I really hope you guys still participate anyway in answering the trivia questions right so I could list you as the mayor. So, yeah, have fun.